Frequent flyer, fly, la 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 la. Frequent flyer is back.
Oh! What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer? Welcome back to the channel. Smash the like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to extend the warmest welcome. So I'm back with another little tiny drone for you guys. This here is the X-Treme Airwave, and this is not the drone that I'm showing you guys. Well, this is the one that I'm showing you guys right now, but this is not the topic of this video. But the drone that I want to show you guys is very similar to this one. Someone asked me for a recommendation. They had picked up one of the sharper image drones that I reviewed, the Lumo Stunt, and they really liked that one, and they were asking for a recommendation of another similar drone that would be fun, and I recommended this one. And there's another one that came out that's by Sharper Image that is very similar to this one, and so I purchased that one. Move this out the way. This right here is the X-Treme Aero drone from the same company, Sharper Image, and it's very similar to this one, very similar in size. Check it out. This one is a little larger though, so I think I like this one a little more. It's a little more defined and all, but pretty much the same drone, just about. They almost fly the same, but not quite. They actually have distinct flight characteristics, but they do all the same stunts though. So these are stunt drones, and they're in a plus configuration. Actually, this one is a little of an extended cross or whatnot, if you look at it this way, because the tail is a little longer than away from the two wings than the head and all. But you guys get the idea what I'm trying to say. This one is a plus configured drone, and they're rather unique, y'all. It has a pusher prop or lifter right here in the front. Both of them have that design language there, and we have traditional upright props on the rear and the two sides, left and right. And so pretty unique. I really fell in love with this little guy right here. They both have altitude hold, so can't get around that. By the way, the altitude hold really works really well on these little guys. These are indoor flyers, although I think you might be able to get away with flying these things outdoors on a pretty calm, not windy day. You probably can fly these things outdoors, but I really wouldn't recommend it. These things are really better indoors. They really shine indoors because of these protective structures that are around the props. So these props are protected on both of them. You can bump against walls and everything, and as long as you don't get vacuumed, you should be okay. You can continue flying with this thing. A bump or two on a wall won't really take these guys down usually. But this drone right here is really calm to fly in its beginner rate. Both of these drones have two rates. I picked this thing up walking into Walmart, and this one right here I found on Amazon, sold and shipped by Amazon. So I was able to grab this thing for a cheaper price than I normally would have, because I had some credit with Amazon, $10. So I ended up paying 13 bucks for this thing. So I'm guessing this thing is probably about 23 bucks. Not bad at all. I think this one was $20 in Walmart when I walked in. But they have very similar controllers. The transmitters go to the corresponding colors of the drones, and so this is the one for the X-Treme Aero drone. They are identical, just about. Actually, they are identical. They just have different color schemes. but they have all the same buttons, all the same tricks and everything. Let me flip it the right way so you guys can see it. So this is the left shoulder. You have a turn button there, so you can do some turn stunts with this. You press that button, it starts beeping, and you hit a direction over here and it'll do some turn stunts. And then you have some maneuver stunts that you can do. Same deal. You press that button, you'll hear some beeping, and then you hit this joystick right here in any direction, and it'll do a different maneuver for each direction. Same thing right here with the flip. You can flip in all directions. And this one right here says flight, but it actually takes off and lands at the press of this button right here. So that's the one button press to take off and land. And these things are identical. So the back here, you have to get something to press this little button in, and then this slides down. And these both take AAA batteries, USB Type-C charging port on the bottom to charge this thing up. The one in the back there has it on the side, so that's a difference between these two. This one has 3-bladed props, and this one has 4-bladed props. This one flies a lot more docile than this one, but this one actually has a faster yaw rate, so this one spins faster and it can do tighter funnels and all, whereas this one does a little more slower, wider funnels because it has a slower yaw rate. But it's really fun to fly though. It's very, very stable. This one might be a little more stable than this one. This one, when it's doing the flips, it loses a lot of altitude. This one doesn't, and I'm not sure if it's because of the props or not, because this one has the 4-bladed props. I have yet to swap the props and see do any testing with the props between the two, but as for now, this one is a little more stable in its flips and all. It does better flips. This one has landing gear, and I think that's a plus. They added that from this one. This one doesn't have landing gear. It just lands. Well, it has this little foot in the back there, and up front you just land on the two extensions right there on the motor mounts like that. And so I like this one a little better with the sled type landing gear. And other than that, these things are very similar. Pretty awesome little flyer. Let's go check this thing out in flight. I'm going to pan back to let you guys see that I'm actually in my kitchen. Shout out to Flying Ryan. Really miss him in the space. Hope you guys can see everything. I got it in super wide in order to try to capture everything. Let's see, up and down. Okay, so it's bound. I'm gonna push this button right here. The flight button makes it take off automatically. So we're up with it. This altitude hold, check it out. And so we're gonna do some side flying. We're going to do some yaw. We're on the first rate right now. Backwards flight, forward flight. So let's go into the second speed. We're in second speed. Let's do some yaw. That's the yaw. Side flying, it gets a little faster. Forward flight gets a little faster. That's a funnel right there. Let's try some flips, y'all. That's the flip to the side. Right side flip. Almost lost it. Try a forward flip. Forward flip. Let's get a backwards flip in. Backwards flip. Whoa, and it went all the way down. Hit that. It probably would have recovered if this wasn't in the way, but it hit that. But I guess we can show that it takes off also if you just press up on this stick right here. So check it out. Just flying around a little bit. So let's try one of these turns. I got to be careful with that. let's see. You're gonna hit the turn. So it just does a yaw left and right when you press to the side. Check it out. But if you press backwards, it'll do a climb. I guess that's a corkscrew or whatnot. You press forward and press the turn. It goes the other direction and corkscrews up. Okay, so we're going to maneuver. Press maneuver. Whoa, it does a wide swinging turn, pivot or whatnot. Let's try that again. We're going to have to back up for this one. Oh, and it ran into me, y'all. So let's try this again. Okay, and so it flashes when you crash, and then you just have to go up and down on the left stick. Let's try the other direction. See if we can get a wide swinging maneuver. There it is. Okay. I'm not sure what happened if we press forward and push that maneuver button. I think it does like some kind of leapfrog thing or something. Let's try that. Yep. I had to stop it. It actually does that a couple times. It'll leap up and then do it a couple times. And so when you pull back and do that maneuver, it does a zigzag. So let me try to bring it over here. I know it's going to zigzag to the right first. See, that's the zigzag right there. I had to stop it. It'll keep going though. Really not enough space to display all the maneuvers that this thing does. I showed you we did the flips already. And so that was all the maneuvers, y'all. Now I guess I'm just going to fly this thing around a little bit. Pretty awesome little flyer. I think it does alarm. It has an LVC alarm on it. Looks pretty cool from the side there. You see the orange glow and whatnot in the front and the rear. Blue lights in there too. Not sure where the blue light is coming from. Is it? Yeah, there's blue lights inside there. Not sure if this will be a good night flyer or not. Let's see. Let's try turning off the lights. Flying Ryan style, y'all. It's not completely dark in here, but we can see the lights a little. Hopefully you guys can see the lights. There's a blue light somewhere in this thing. It's starting to flash, and that's the LVC I was telling you guys about. When the battery dies completely, it just auto lands. But I'm just going to land. I'm going to push that flight button. You can steer it, guide it in for the landing, and that's the landing, y'all. Let me cut the lights back on so we can see. Pretty fun little flyer. A nice little quadcopter to fly when the weather is bad outside and you can't get out. You just got the itch to take something in the air. You can get it with this. The X-Treme Aero Stunt drone from Sharper Image. Thanks for watching.